Hey, hey, we're live in Costa Rica from the jungle.
Hola.
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 Pura vida.
Pura vida. I'm Jessie Rose. I'm here with the beautiful Anna Durga and the amazing Marcus Merlin coming to you here from Costa Rica. And just want to share a little bit and ask Merlin a couple of questions about this amazing retreat he has coming up called Find Your Why. And so, Marcus, could you tell us a little bit about this retreat and what inspired you to birth this into existence?
The retreat embodies my life's course through my younger life of being angry, confused, self-expressed, and then down, and then excited and living, and then down and angry at people, and not able to think into the future. And then, as I stepped into my own practice and doing my own inner work, this retreat embodies my course of my life, which is a transformation in forgiveness and mastering forgiveness. And then learning to accept and choose and love every bit of our life that we made stories about, that it should be a different way, and mom should be different, and dad should have done it different, and these people should be different. And our own life, and we should have been different. So forgiving self and then being able to create nothing in a space of nothing, such that then we can get clear on what do we really want? What is it that we really desire? And then if we really clear on what we want, then the next phase is, how do I get there? And who can help me get there? And that's what I embody in that treat, is letting go of the past, like chopping those chains that hold us back. Coming from a space of nothing, so it's almost like giving a kid a blank piece of paper and a coloring crayon and said, draw what you're excited about. And we tap into that.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So you're the bridge to help people to connect to those deeper questions of why, the purpose.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you.
And who is your ideal person coming to this retreat? What do they look like? What are they? What are they?
Avatar.
Yeah.
I really have been really loving the idea of couples that are working through stuff to transform their relationship and work out logistics and family, creating kids. I love to have families come together. I just have this vision of daughter, mom, and grandma, multiple generations, father, son, grandpa, all coming together, doing the healing work together, because when we tap into the forgiveness work, it's almost always mom or dad, sister, brother, past lover, or self. Those are the four categories to go deep into the forgiveness work. How would it be to have them all there, transforming their relationship, recreating each other for who they see each other as now? And then what do we want to play? What are the games we want to play? Mom, dad, sister, brother. So that would be ideal. And businesses, partners looking to come together and create a business, a conscious business, shift their business from what it was that wasn't working and shift it into right now, online business, bring in more spiritual practice to it, human connection, human relation. How do you bring human connection and relation to an online business that was face-to-face? Planning newly for where we're at right now in this year and creating a successful business model. See, most businesses and people, entrepreneurs looking to work on their business, we as people get so caught up in the doing. A successful business has an entrepreneur step out of the doing and spend 25% of their time creating and learning and making adjustments and changes. So this is a time for people starting a business, a partnership. That's kind of where I'm interested in this particular video, is tapping into the financial freedom that this workshop brings. 7-day retreat, leaving with the ability to create financial freedom and abundance. And with these changing times, whatever was working last year is probably not going to work this year.
Right.
Are we going to go to work on making those changes? So in this retreat, we go to work on making those changes and leave with a 1-year template already manifested, bringing spiritual practice to business world. A 1-year template of creating. In 1 year, this is what we'll have. And imagine when there's 2 or 3 people in a partnership. If you two are going to start something, and you were manifesting, okay, in 1 year, we're going to have a $100,000 business, and we're going to have a team of 4 people, and you guys manifest, like, what is that going to look like? But then, to unfold in 9 months, what will you have created? In 6 months, what are the markers and the goals in 6 months? In 3 months? And then starting next week, what are you giving your word to? Not someone telling you, or a coach or a guide. I take the role as a guide by helping you channel what you're giving your word to. You channel what you're giving your word to in this team. And then you hold each other accountable for what you said you would give your word to. You're empowering you, Jesse, to hold her accountable, for example. And Jesse, you're asking for Anna to hold you accountable for what you gave your word to. And when we can transform in partnerships of business, love, any area of life, transforming don't tell me what to do to thank you. Thank you for being big enough and loving me enough to hold me accountable to my word. So we do a lot of work on our word as creators, magicians, magos, maga, and what we said we would do and how we create is how it'll go. And when we don't keep our word, that we empower others to hold us accountable so we can push through that.
Okay. Now, I'm someone who is an entrepreneur who works solo. Would I be a candidate for your retreat, not being in a partnership with someone else? And if I am, then who would hold me accountable?
Good question.
100%. Yeah, 100%. And here's what I believe in. If you're playing a game in life, a business, recreating, let's say you want to travel 6 months out of the year and you want to work part-time, you want to work 15 hours a week and dedicate 15 hours a week, you want to make $40,000 a year and you want to live below your means and travel. Okay, great. And that's a big game.
Yeah.
I don't call it a work or a business plan. Because you know why? When we were kids, did we want to work? We want to play games.
Yeah.
So that's your game in the world. So we create that as your game template in the world. It's a technology that I got from Landmark Education. 1 year training program where we create games around the biggest goals and dreams of our life. And I bring spiritual work and Buddhism work and different wording into creating a game template that I borrowed the idea from Landmark Communication with Teams. And to answer your question, you would create a game that you're passionate about. I would give you the template to create exactly how it's going to go. So you can blend the feminine and the masculine of like the feminine flow of how I say it will go. And when I don't want to do what I feel, I can look at what I said I would do and have a breakthrough. Because if I do those actions, I'm going to have what I say I want in a year from now. So bridging the gap of too much feminine or too much masculine, that if we have a template that we said we would do, we gave our word to, and we know we follow that we know that in a year from now, we're going to have that dream we wanted. And who's going to hold you accountable? So in the retreat, when we do the word, I don't know if I want to share this, but I have a way to have people tap into it. I have a sneaky way for people to unfold. That person is going to kick them in the butt. That you don't want to be told what to do because you know that they're going to like kick you in the butt. You don't want them to know you didn't do what you said you would do.
Right.
That becomes your accountability partner. Because the underlying desire to make our mom and dad and lovers and friends proud of us and to see us, that accountability partner, we want to do good for them. So they have a list of what we said we would do each week. And if we don't do it, we know that when we talk to them, we're going to say, I didn't do this. And then you want them to kick your butt with love. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I really resonate with that last piece, and like my background is like personal trainer and things like that, and oftentimes it was really just me just showing up and then seeing me for them to do the work.
Yeah.
And so you've spoken about your most desired person to attend this upcoming retreat, and what makes you someone who is the best person to show them the way with these templates and with these knowledge? Like, what's your background?
So I heard two things in that question: is what is my background and what makes me able to hold the space for this kind of retreat?
Exactly.
Beautiful question. I grew up poor. My mom raised 4 kids on welfare. And I knew that I wanted something better for my family and for myself. I dedicated my life to learning everything I could and how to do it better than the teachers and the guides around me. To create abundance, to be able to help those who don't have the guides, the mentors that I did. Now, I didn't have money as a mentor or that, but I had abundance in love, and I had 2 dads that taught me professions. My poor dad taught me work ethics and how to work hard. My rich dad was just rich from knowledge. Taught me how to work smarter, create a business, do more advertising and marketing, earn more money for my time. So I balanced those 2 worlds and brought that to my life. I helped my mom retire at 55, and my first dream as a kid was to help her buy a house with a white picket fence. And so I helped her buy a home with a white picket fence. That was one of my first goals. I had started with this technology that we work on in this retreat, with my journey of forgiveness and unlocking that energy to love and see people newly. I was able to see myself newly. So then as I saw myself newly, I knew that I was free to create whatever I said I wanted, because when I said something, it would happen. So I started tapping into my own power. I started a business in the last recession in the United States, a real estate team. I wrote a check for $1 million. I said, $1 million business. And 5 years later, I created a $1 million business. And that started in a recession. And I knew that was happening. I set a goal that I wanted to build a house in one of the most desirable cities in the Bay Area. So I built a custom house in Walnut Creek, San Francisco Bay Area. Not only did I have the skill of building a new home, but I was building a home, and I was 20 years younger than almost any of my neighbors to live there, and I was building a new home in an older neighborhood. Everything that I said I would do, I did. Every dream that I manifested and created has come true. And I'm still walking it right now, using this same technology, forgiving, completing, coming from nothing, saying what I'm going to do, and then taking those actions. And what has me feel like I'm the person that can hold that space is that I live every day complete. I complete all energy and incompletions and forgive every day. And I walk a path of completeness. If there's someone who I'm incomplete with, I make a priority within 24 hours to set a time to meet with them or talk to them. And my goal is within 48 hours to complete all energy with all people on the planet. Last night I had some energy to get complete with 2 different people, and I got that complete. You know, and I live a complete life such that I hold a space of forgiveness and completion every day of my life. And if I don't have that, I won't hold the space of the retreat. If there's someone who I haven't forgiven and I'm holding that, number one, I would bring that to the retreat and I would do the medicine with the group. But I also look to get everything complete and have forgiven and gotten complete before a retreat. And being a word in my actions, being what I say I would do, who I say I would be. And I hold that space for the retreat. And I clear all the presenters and the co-creators that they're holding the space that they've completed their past and they're walking their walk. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Feeling a lot of gratitude and honor for your earth walk and your path. And financial freedom, spiritual breakthroughs. You know, I mean, these are things that feel really aligned with me, and I'm sure many others, that especially now in these times, that want to step back from the system and take responsibility and ask those deeper questions in life, really finding their purpose and finding their why. Thank you for this offering. Is there anything else that you feel that you would like to share about this?
Yeah, the when and the where, for sure.
April 2nd through April 9th here in Costa Rica.
Right here?
Here in Costa Rica,
Yeah.
And in this amazing land of healing. And there's 5 people who are a heaven yes for doing the retreat. And I believe this retreat I'll be able to hold space for 14. I have some amazing sisters coming that will hold space in creating games, creating templates. Actually, I'll be surrounded by 4 amazing goddesses that have done transformational work, helping me hold space for this retreat. So it's going to be a beautiful transformation of a compassion, loving space for everyone to do their forgiveness work, and then to create the dreams in reality. My promise is that everybody will have a breakthrough in their spiritual connection with Creator and believe their own belief of Creator and infinite energy, God, whoever that is for them. Love, abundance, and then financial freedom, whatever that looks like. And I'm going to have the most amazing team to help me host this retreat. I'm actually really blessed. I'm so excited to have the creators that I'm going to have there. Just having their presence, I'm inspired and I'm ready to play a bigger game because they're there, because they see me for my greatness, and they will hold me accountable, direct with love. If I'm out of balance, they're going to hold me accountable. And so it's going to be an amazing, powerful vortex of letting go of the past and creating newly. And everybody will leave with I call it a written manifesto. We manifest, which is great. And then what most people don't do is write down those manifested goals. And then the next phase is each step, when we're going to accomplish those goals, who's going to be on our team, and then who will I be taking those actions. It's one thing to clean the house. It's another thing to put some music on and drink some cacao and whistle and mop the floor and gloss it and be like, oh, this house is shiny. That's our life. It's one thing to set a clear goal. And it's another thing to dance and play into those goals and those actions and getting complete and having those difficult conversations and bringing this whole game childlike fun. So we never work in our life. We hashtag working fun. That's what this retreat is. The opposite of not being tapped into our full self-expression and full abundance is doing the work. But if we transform the word work and we put in working fun, hashtag working fun, it's fun to transform those relationships so that we're free from the past, we're light, we're free, and we're in creation mode. Back when we were kids, someone was like, you guys want to build a fort? You want to go down to the river and build a fort? We're going to build a fort and we're going to have fun and we're going to play this. Oh, who's in? And no matter how big the dream or the goal is, that's where the energy we tap into.
Amazing.
I can certainly feel the energy that you're tapping into, and it's from personal experience and just inviting us into your home and into this gorgeous, beautiful place in Costa Rica, and the sentiment of pure life, pura vida, is just exuding from all the things that you do. And I know that you are extraordinarily passionate about this land and being in right relation with the land and with the peoples of this space.
Aho to that, and I also want to speak to that as well. Personally, the past days of you holding space in such an eloquent way, impeccable and living, exuding abundance, really. So it's been an honor to share space with you and to be in your presence. And I don't doubt it's going to be an incredible retreat. And the abundance with the goddesses around you, of course.
Yes. So, like living a complete life in forgiveness is a piece that we master. And I'm 42. I'm retired from 2 different businesses. And I travel. I set my own schedule. I have a life by choice. I do what I choose. I don't have any boundaries of money, time, space, energy. I have no boundaries. And I would love to offer that to any entrepreneurial spirits. As I say that, I got goosebumps because what I feel is going on in the world is the entrepreneurial spirit is being shut down because we're the creators. We create abundance. And then there's the small elite with a lot of peasants doing the work, and that thick layer of entrepreneurs have always created abundance. And over time, Roman rule and kings and queens have gobbled up and just taken what they wanted when they wanted, and I believe that's a shift of what's taking place right now. Entrepreneurial spirits that have something really powerful to give the world and have shifts going on in your business, I want you there. I want you there, letting go of the past, tapping into your power, and being unleashed in your power, and creating, because those entrepreneurs are going to create more entrepreneurs and more jobs and more abundance that's not underneath like corporate, few making money and a whole bunch at like minimum wage. I want the entrepreneurs there for this retreat. Yeah, with love.
Amazing. And so it's the Find Your Why, April 2nd to the 9th.
Find Your Why, April 2nd to the 9th.
Right
Find
here
Your Why, April 2nd to
in
the 9th.
beautiful Costa Rica.
And-
Pura vida.
How many participants are you welcoming into this?
14.
14 totals. This is intimate.
Yeah.
This is intimate.
14, and
Yeah.
I'll have 3 space holders. Yeah.
Okay.
And a private chef. We're gonna have amazing food, high vibe food,
Mhm.
private chef, amazing food, fruits, smoothies, coconuts. Goddess is holding space for the forgiveness work.
The nature.
Nature walks, jungle walks. We're gonna have a processing day where we tap into music and play. Little magic ceremony on day 4, and it's gonna be so much fun and so much
And lots of
creativity.
other secret things that you'll
Yeah.
find out.
We're going deep into the jungle. Thank you everybody for watching, and thank you, lady.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Welcome. De nada. Un placer.